Okay, so since my phone was like backing up and restoring for most of the action, here's some of the highlights. So this is lunch. It was actually really good. I kind of got full, so I didn't finish it. I've kind of been having like bites here and there. Um, the fennel, it wasn't my favorite, but like it wasn't really that bad, especially with the other stuff. So, yeah, like it tasted better than I thought it would, considering kind of how bad it smelled in the beginning. So anyway, so then I made the grapefruit, which is going to be snack. I learned that parchment paper maybe shouldn't go in the broiler. Oops. So, but it turned out okay. So that's the grapefruit. That's going to be my snack, which I'll probably have like around 4, depending on what time they give me my break. And the next thing, see, it's already 1:30, and I need to do some cooking for dinner. So the one thing was to take a cauliflower and make it the consistency of rice. So this is the closest I got. You're supposed to use a food processor, but I don't have one. So their warning was if you don't have a food processor, it will take a lot longer and it will be messy. And as you can see, they were absolutely correct. I even got some on the floor there. Fortunately, I do have this thing, which is really convenient. It's kind of like a handheld. It's not a food processor, obviously, but it's like a handheld food processor. You pull the thing out, and it spins the blades around. So that made it easier. So that was a lot easier to get it to this consistency than if I would have had to just chop it. So that's good. So I do need to cook some things. I need to cook this before I leave, and I need to cook green beans. Those are really quick, so I'll just be able to do those on my lunch break. And then I also need to put some chicken and salsa verde in the slow cooker. So that's what I'm gonna do before I leave for work. Hey, checking in. Okay, so, oh, I feel like life is crazy. All right, so there was a little bit of a change of plans. I was gonna do some cooking. I was gonna try and cook some more of dinner before I left for work, but I was really running out of time. So I just prepped everything. Like, I got everything all chopped and stuff, and I'll just cook it when I get home, and hopefully I'll have enough time. So it's about 4 o'clock now. I'm on my first break, and it's time for first snack, which is the grapefruit. So this is one of the things that was actually supposed to have coconut on it that I couldn't find at the store yesterday because all the coconut they had was sweetened already, and it wasn't supposed to be sweetened. So I'm going off the recipe a little bit, but I don't think it's a big deal because it's just like leaving something out. It was really just a garnish. It wasn't a main ingredient. And also, I'm not really a huge fan of coconut anyway, so I'm not like too disappointed about it. So I'm excited because I am a little bit hungry. I think because I didn't actually get to finish my lunch. I had like maybe 75-80% of it, but I was you know, I ate like half of it, and then I was starting to get full and I needed to finish cooking, so I was like having bites here and there, but there was actually, then I really ran out of time and had to get to work, so so I had to like throw it out. So it was just a little bit left, but you know, it was pretty good, and you know, I wouldn't mind having it again. So now for the grapefruit. You know, yeah, I mean, it's just a grapefruit. It was broiled for 3 minutes with some honey on top. Yeah, it's okay. I don't really taste the honey in the first bite. Yeah, like it's okay. It has that bitter grapefruity aftertaste. You know, maybe I should have let it broil for longer. I didn't because it said 3 to 5 minutes, and I did for 3 because I could like tell that something was burning, which turned out to be the parchment paper. So maybe next time I'll just put it like on maybe on some tin foil or just straight on the pan itself. I don't even remember what the directions said to do. They might have said, but I just wasn't paying attention. So we'll see. Yeah, maybe because I don't know, maybe like it since it's been sitting out for a while, the flavors of the broiling have gone away. Who knows? But I'm doing okay for not having any coffee. Like I was you know, cleaning up I was cleaning up some like straightening, you know, in the fridge we have like the little Starbucks Frappuccino to go, like, and I, you know, saw them. I'm like, oh my god, I want one, but I didn't get one. So, you know, day one, okay. But I'm not like, well, it's still early, you know, and I did sleep in today. I got up, you know, around 10 and it's only 4 and I work till 11 tonight, so I might get tireder later. So we'll see. I am allowed some green tea though. And I know they sell green tea at Walmart. So, you know, probably not the kind you're supposed to have. So worst comes to worst, I'll just buy, like, I'll try and buy the healthiest, fewest additives green tea if I get tired enough. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish my grapefruit and I'll check in with you when it's time for dinner. Okay, so it's dinner time, and as you can hear, I'm cooking. I think I might have a little too much cauliflower. I mean, I used one head, which is what it said to do, but maybe with like an extra large head or something. I think my pan's a little too small. So underneath all of this cauliflower is the shallot and garlic. So I cooked those earlier, or I cut them earlier, and I'm cooking them now. So I'm supposed to let this cook for a minute, and then add some tamari and chicken stock. Oh, and I also need to shred my slow cooker chicken. You're supposed to do that. You're supposed to let it cook for 3 hours and then shred it and then cook it for another ½ hour, but I was away, so it's just been sitting in the slow cooker for about 4 to 4.5 hours. So I'm just gonna add some liquid to this, and then I'll get to the chicken and the green beans right after that. Okay, so I have my tamari, and now I have to do a 1/4 cup of chicken stock. You know, my roommate actually made some chicken stock. I could probably just use that, but I won't. Oh, I don't know where my measuring cup is. I must be in the sink from earlier. It's still got some cauliflower bits in it, but that's okay. Oh, I had another littler one, but I don't know where it went. It's probably in the cabinet right up there, but whatever. Okay. 1/4 cup is not a lot. I think maybe a little more than that. Okay, that's about a 1/4 cup. It might be a little bit too much, but whatever, close enough. There is a lot of cauliflower in there, so. Let's set the timer for 6 minutes. Okay, hopefully these have cooled down enough that I can move them to the counter without worrying about burning it. I'm gonna want to shred the chicken now too, and maybe heat that up a little bit longer. So I think the slow cooker probably turned off like a ½ hour ago. I want to get it heated up again. The chicken's really tender, so that's good. I mean, I would hope so after just soaking and cooking for a few hours. So it's shredding real easily. I don't think I've ever had salsa verde before, so I'm kind of curious to try that. I don't know if it's spicy at all. I'm not too crazy about spicy stuff. I like mildly spicy. I'm totally into that, but if it gets too spicy, then I'm not a huge fan. But I don't know, the recipe didn't really say, so we'll find out in a little bit. Okay, let's stir the cauliflower again. I think I could have made them a little bit smaller. There's still some of the florets are still a little bigger than I think they need to be. It's supposed to be the consistency of rice, and it's a little thicker, bigger than that, but I'm sure it'll be just fine. Okay, so now I needed to make the green beans, and I know I needed to cook those in a pot, and I needed to get an ice water bath too, and a mesh strainer to strain them. Okay, so while the water is boiling, I'm going to cut the green beans. They're supposed to have the stems cut off, so I'll have to go and do that now because I didn't have a chance to do it earlier. Okay. Green beans. I really like green beans when they're in a green bean casserole. You know, just like the very basic kind, the processed kind with the processed French's onions and the processed mushroom soup. So I don't usually have fresh green beans. Okay, so yeah, the cauliflower, I'm eating half of it tonight. Okay, there's like way too much. That's kind of crazy. But whatever. I shouldn't have to worry about being hungry then, I guess. It does look good and it kind of smells good. So for my first day with no coffee, I'm kind of feeling, oh, I was throwing the wrong thing in the wrong place. Oh my God. I am feeling a little bit tired, especially in the last hour or so. So yeah, I really kind of want to just like sit down and not do anything, and I really kind of want like a mocha latte, but I'm gonna be good about the coffee thing. And I mean, oh shoot. And hopefully the cooking won't take too much longer and I'll have a chance to sit down for a little bit before I have to go back to work. So yeah, so I only have 4 hours left when I'm done with lunch, so that shouldn't be too bad. And then of course there's the video editing, which yesterday it took me like 2.5 hours to do. So hopefully tonight goes a little bit quicker, or you know, I might just like wait with the editing part until tomorrow, because tomorrow I will have all day. Tomorrow's Memorial Day, so I don't have work and I don't have school, which is so amazing because I very rarely get a day like that. And when I do, I usually have other stuff planned. So for tomorrow, I'm really just gonna hang out at home. I think I'm gonna watch the Star Wars movies since I haven't watched those in a while. I just decided to get the whole set on Blu-ray, and I'm like, I'll have a Star Wars day on the 25th because I didn't have one on May 4th. I haven't even seen the movies in like so many years, so I'm kind of excited to watch them again. I'm not like a super huge Star Wars fan. Obviously, if I was, then it would be less time than several years since I last saw the movies, but I do like them, so. And of course, like, there's this buzz about like the new one coming out. I don't even know when that's gonna happen. I don't really care too much, because I assume that it will suck. Although I do love J.J. Abrams. Is that how I say his name? I think he is awesome. I've seen like a lot of his TV shows and stuff. So maybe it won't suck. Who knows? Oh, and I do get my chocolate for dessert, so I'm gonna have to remember to bring that to the car with me. Okay, the water's really starting to boil now, and I've only got a few more beans left. Okay, here are my almonds, and I'm supposed to have 5 of them. Okay. Look how much cauliflower that is. Like, there's no way I'm gonna eat that all tonight. Oh my God, the beans already. Holy frick. Okay. Well, I guess it said 3 to 4 minutes. Where did I put my spoon? Why is my life hard? Okay. Seriously, where's my spoon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 almonds. Ooh. Whatever. The men get to eat 10 almonds because men get to weigh more than women and have it be normal. Now that I know where my spoon is, I see, okay, that's 5 almonds chopped. Oh, okay. Alright, so I get half of the chicken that's in here, and then I put some parsley on top for garnish, and then if I had chives, I would have put some of those on top for garnish, but I don't. Okay, dinner time. So here is the finished product. It looks really good. There's a lot of food there because of all of the cauliflower, so I don't know how much of it I'm going to be able to eat.